And we are live.
Welcome back to Checkpoint, your number one show, rounding up the hottest gaming news stories of the week. I'm one of your hosts, James Walmer, joined by the menace in the white tee, Vincent DeSantis.
Wow.
Thank you so much to our audio listeners joining us when the show comes out tomorrow. Is that still how it works?
Yes.
Vin? Still doing this tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It is Thursday, May 27th.
That's the truth.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome in, baby. How we doing?
Today we're talking. Sorry.
How you doing?
Well,
do your thing.
I didn't do this.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
Today we're talking about Biomutant Review Controversy, Sonic 30th Anniversary Event, Dragon Quest 35th Anniversary Event, and Nintendo Switch 2.0 rumors, among other things. Now, Vincent,
that's right.
I want to know, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, dude. I'm doing well. This week,
No?
we had a phone call earlier on in the week where I was just saying, I feel like a new man this last week. I don't know. Something's just gotten into me. I don't know. I'm just doing things out of the ordinary. I'm smoking crack every morning before I wake up. It's been really good for my health. So that's been awesome. How are you?
Probably not as good as you.
Okay. Sure.
No, but it's good. A good friend of mine is getting married tomorrow, and I get the opportunity to MC the wedding. And I'm so excited. I'm anxious about it, but I am so excited.
So I'm sure he has like a whole playlist for you, huh? Like of things he wants you to play?
Yeah, he has a whole playlist that I don't really have to manage. I assume he's just gonna play through it.
Cool.
Fortunately for me, that means I won't have people coming up to me left and right saying, "Oh my God, can you play this song?"
Yeah.
I would be like, "Sit down. It's not my playlist."
That is not what the bride and groom want. Not at all.
Do you want me to tell Cole and Natalie? Go tell them yourself. No, don't bother them. Don't bother them at all. That'd be terrible. Vin, what have you been playing this week?
Dude. Oh my God, I got two things to tell you. About. And that is number one is Days Gone. So I found out there are 6 acts, like ACTS. You know, like a movie is usually like 3 acts.
6 axes.
6 axes. No, 3 acts.
6 y-axes.
I can't say acts. Act. Like an act. Okay, so a movie has 3 acts. 3 act. No S.
We're off to a great start, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyways, this game has 6. Okay, so it's freaking huge. I feel like I've really hit the climax of the game just now, though, and we're going into like the end game here. You know what I mean? We're at the last. I'm at the last mission of Act 5. And the first mission of Act 6, so it's the bridge to the end. You know, that's kind of where I'm at. And the 6th act is very much smaller than the rest. So
is it like an epilogue, or is it?
No, because it's still like the story's in full swing still. But like, I'm sure there's an epilogue after this. It's like this game never ends, dude. I'm 40 something hours in, and it does not end. And I'm gonna go for the platinum. I've already spent 40 something hours. I don't care. I'm finishing the whole thing. It's gonna happen. But I wanted to mention this one moment. James, I don't really want to spoil the game for you. Or do you care that much? It's a very minor spoiler.
I don't care that much.
Audio listeners, if you don't want Days Gone spoiled, mute for the next 10 seconds, because I just have to say something real quick. In the game, a main part of the game is you trying to find your wife, because your wife might be dead, might be alive. Okay, so we're going to spend 30 hours on a wild goose chase for your wife who might not be alive. And oh my God, she's alive. Big surprise. Okay, that kind of thing. Anyways, I won't tell you how, because it's like it's actually interesting. That part is interesting. But there's a point to where the relationship is very awkward since they haven't seen each other for a long time. Right. And Deacon, the main character, they have sex. Okay, there is a sex scene. Sure. Mm-hmm. It's not at all hot or steamy. It is just awkward. It is just weird. And the scene ends, and the whole game has weird cutscenes where it just fades in and out and like skips time, and you're like, where the hell are we? I hate that.
It's very disorienting.
All of a sudden, we switch time, and it's the morning, and you're on your bike, and Sarah is like, your wife's like grabbing onto your like waist on the bike, and you're driving away, and there's like anime intro music playing, like a hard happy rock beat, and then Deacon like kind of like goes like this. He's like, yeah, like I just had sex, yeah. I'm like, this is the worst moment I've ever ever experienced in a video game in my entire life. It was actually, I'm not gonna lie, the build up to it was hot as hell, and I was like, this is well deserved and well earned for 35 hours of gameplay. But this bike scene where he's like, yeah, let's go, all right, I'm like, this is
Dude.
sick, this is disgusting, bro. That's your wife, but I don't want it. I don't want any of this, bro. Okay, so anyways, we're almost done with Days Gone. We'll get past that. Other thing I've been playing nonstop is Knockout City. I'm level 30 in Knockout City already.
Oh my
And I spent
God.
4 hours last night playing competitive. It's all to rank in the worst rank possible, Bronze 1. There's 9 ranks in this game, and I'm the worst at the game. I'm so bad, apparently. I thought I was good. I lost 6 consecutive ranked matches last night. So that's all I have
How
to
long does
say.
a match last?
5 to 6 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes. They're quick. But God, I love Knockout City. Holy crap. How about you? What have you
Wow.
been playing?
Nothing but Last of Us 2, baby.
Oh,
Nothing but
shoot.
Last of Us 2. I'm probably like, I want to say between 8 and 9, maybe 10 hours in.
Okay.
Just did, I don't know if this is, I don't think this is a spoiler. I did the aquarium as Abby.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Um,
you're going through the aquarium as Abby.
I just did the whole thing. So it went back forward in time to going
Dilapidated aquarium? Like the.
dilapidated aquarium.
Okay. Got it.
Dilapidated aquarium.
So you're in
And
like
do
Seattle
flashback.
day 2 or
Yep.
something? Or day 1? I don't know.
Seattle day 2. Yeah, because
Okay.
the first day in Seattle is when you're going through with what's his name? Manny,
Oh, yeah, Manny. I love
the
Manny.
Latino dude.
Yeah. I love
Manny.
Manny.
I love Manny too. First days you're going through some of the city and you meet the scars with Manny and Mel, and then in day 2 I think, because I already had the meeting with Isaac,
Yeah.
and then
Good scene. Good scene.
great scene, and then there's a second aquarium scene with Abby and Owen,
Sure.
and then it flashes forward to Abby and Manny on a rooftop looking at the aquarium from a distance.
What Abby and Owen scene have you seen? Or what was that part
It was the
that
one
just
where
happened?
Owen jumps off a Ferris wheel.
I love that. That part's great.
It was really good.
Yeah.
It was
Oh
really
man. Oh man.
good. All the characters are incredible in this
They're
game.
they're pretty well written. In
They're
my opinion.
very well written.
Yeah. Like
Some of these characters that I really wrote off in the first act as being filler have so much more to them.
I know. That's the crazy part about this game. It's got so many twists and turns. And
Mhm.
I need to finish freaking Days Gone so I can get back into it. It's gotta happen.
It's really surprised me in terms of gameplay fluidity. I mean, with the first one, I didn't think it was anything special in terms
Sure.
of gameplay, because Naughty Dog never does anything really revolutionary in terms of its gameplay. It's normally just guys, you just
Sure.
walk or run through an environment. I mean, Uncharted 4 had the grappling hook,
Rope, yeah.
but even that's not like huge.
Yep.
But there's just such attention to detail,
Yeah.
and like it makes everything feel more immersive. So like when you're picking up arrows off of dead bodies, like you actually reach down and pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
And all these things that you guys already know.
Like
It's really cool.
in Last of Us 2, I think the most impressive part is like if I died during a encounter and had to restart the encounter, it's so cool to me. The going from like shooting to hitting someone with a melee weapon, and all those animations seems like there's so many different ones. Like you can like kind of like if you dash crawl kind of thing, you like kind of like go on the ground and like like move around like that.
Mhm,
You can pick
mhm.
something up and like bring it up and like hit someone and then like drop it with the gun. Like it's like all these different things and it looks so cool like when you're actually moving around and doing it. It's crazy.
Right. There's very little things that remind you you're playing a game.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Man. What a game. Can't
What a
wait to
game.
play it again.
I can't wait to finish it. I mean, like, as much as I can't wait to get to the kind of climax and the resolution of what everything that's going on. But
I
it's
can't
one
wait
of
for
those
you to
games that I
experience it.
also kind of don't want to end. You know what I mean?
I totally understand. I totally get it. I totally
Like, I
get it.
just want to keep playing.
I can't wait for you to just play the rest of it. Holy crap.
Vincent, we got a lot of news today, so we got to get started.
Let's get into it.
Then hit me with the Biomutant review roundup.
All right. Biomutant came out this week with very interesting reviews. We got a
Very
lot on the
interesting
high
reviews.
end and a lot in the mid end. There wasn't many like low end scores, but a lot of just like scores, you know?
Hmm.
So here's what we got. We got a little roundup from a couple different things, and then we have a little of course Twitter. We got a little Twitter thing we got to talk about too.
A lot of Twitter.
Biomutant, GameSpot gives it a 6 out of 10. While it might not always hit the mark, Biomutant is an ambitiously flawed game from a small studio, and the games industry could always use more risky endeavors like this one.
I like
They're
that
kind of
review.
that's a conflicting statement in itself. Like it's flawed, but I'm glad they did it. Like I'm glad they went
Mhm.
for this. That kind of thing. IGN gives it a 6 out of 10. They said Biomutant has a lot of the building blocks of a top drawer action RPG, but its cookie cutter approach to objectives and puzzles starts feeling very repetitive early on.
Mm.
Game Revolution gives it a 9.5 out of 10, damn near perfect, saying,
Damn.
considering Biomutant's delayed and seemingly troubled road to release, I am blindsided by just how good it is. Experiment 101 has clearly been afforded the time to see its vision through, something which is unfortunately far too rare in the cutthroat gaming industry. I did not expect this to be one of my favorites of the year so far, let alone one of the most enjoyable open world games I've ever played. A true modern gaming miracle. Damn. Games
Very high
Radar
praise.
gives it a 3 out of 5. It's such a shame because there's a great game in here. Biomutant's world and characters are wonderful and brilliantly silly, but these elements clashing in some of the more serious elements of the core story. And finally, PC Gamer. This is a hilarious review. PC Gamer 60 out of 100, 6 out of 10. I enjoyed it with a big pained grin, much like the horrific smile of my spherically domed horse. I grit my teeth through the painful narration and groundless progression, if only to see what kind of fucked up muffet it would throw at me next.
Muppet.
Biomutant is an extravagant cartoon diorama, unlike anything on PC. It's just not much fun to play or listen to. It's like they give it some like real praise and then like they just humble
I want
themselves
to know
right
who
there.
wrote this review.
It's hilarious. I was reading a lot of it and it was great. Before we move on from Biomutant though, we got some weird tweet things that got a lot of heat and criticism. I don't really know how I feel about it, but
This
a lot
game
of
was
people were
very
up in arms.
talked about on Twitter after the reviews came out.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. So Biomutant on May 25th, that was release day. Or the day before release day. Maybe. I don't know.
James Davenport wrote that review for PC Gamer.
James Davenport. I'll have to look at some of his other stuff because this is funny.
Yeah.
So Biomutant, the official Twitter account, tweets, Biomutant reviews are in. The scores are all over the map, so there's only one thing left for you to do. Play the game and see for yourself. Hashtag Biomutant will be out later today, and we can't wait to hear your thoughts. That's a great tweet. That's fine. That's fine. You know what I mean? How else are you going to handle it? I don't know. Then THQ Nordic, the publisher of
This
Biomutant,
was weird.
goes in
I
and
didn't
says,
like this.
quote, THQ's new open world action RPG game excels at the former, its world design, but struggles with combat. And then they quote a PC Gamer review saying, a vibrant art style and fluid combat hindered by some serious repetitive open world design. So both of these reviews completely contradict each other. One of them saying combat is good and open world is bad. The other one saying combat is bad, open world is good. And they tweeted the guy, the meme where the guy goes like, he tilts his head. He's like, huh? And the question marks go all over his head. I'm so sorry about my dog barking in the background. I'm so sorry.
Barely hear it. Just keep
Okay,
going.
cool. And this got a lot of flack because like they were responding to a bunch of comments. Even like I don't know if they should. Like I don't know as a company if you should kind of respond to all the hate stuff. You know, it's
think you
bound to be
should.
there. And they believe in their game. This game is made by 20 people, which is a huge feat that they dropped this AA game. I think they got a lot of good reviews and a lot of okay reviews, I guess. I'm still excited to play it one day on sale. Like I'm not going to pick it up or we'll see. You know what I mean? But this got a lot of crap from games journalists being like you're drawing unnecessary attention to yourself for not the right things. Like it's not necessarily a good look. What do you think?
I agree. I don't think they should have their hand in responding to criticisms. And this is kind of just a very, I guess I would say like heavy-handed thing to say. It almost seems like they're trying to take a jab at these reviewers. Like why aren't your stories lining up? Like it's not
different outlets, different
as
people.
right, different outlets, different people. They're gonna have different experiences with it, and different people experience games in different ways.
Yeah.
And I think for them to be like, oh well, like the story's not lining up, be more consistent, or like just trying to, it just seems very ill-intended. It doesn't feel like they're giving the benefit of the doubt to the journalists and reviewers who
Sure.
did like put in the time and effort to play a lot of this game and review
Yeah.
it, which I mean that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort from journalists. So
And that's why
um,
this first tweet is fine to me. Scores are all over the
I
map,
love
so
the
there's only
first
one
tweet.
thing left for you to do: play it. If you believe in
Yeah,
our game, you're gonna play it. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
yeah. I think that's incredibly goodwill. It's aware of what is going on in the reception of it. At the same time, it looks at it in a positive light
Yeah,
that is optimistic, and it kind of just empowers consumers to go out and experience it for themselves.
sure, absolutely. Yeah, I
Love the tone.
I did watch some gameplay of Biomutant though, and it does look like quite a bit of fun. Yeah, I like the style
Yeah.
so much. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. Maybe
James,
when you get your review code eventually.
maybe we'll see if that happens.
I don't know if that ship has sailed.
Who knows? But James, can I take this
Then,
next one too? Because I'm pretty
yeah, I was
excited about
just
it.
gonna say I think you should take this.
Okay, Knockout City already has 2 million players. This was 4 days ago. This number is almost doubled by the time we're talking right now.
That's
Okay.
insane to me.
This is from PC Gamer. EA's temporarily free-to-play ball chucker Knockout City has amassed over 2 million players within a few days of release, the publisher announced last night. Pardon me for being cynical, but I was
Ball
sort of
chucker.
prepared for Knockout City to fall flat on arrival. The game's reveal trailer was widely ridiculed. By us, James. By us.
It's true. It was ridiculed by us.
By the way, this article talks a lot about the internal staff at PC Gamer, like it's an inside joke, so we're just going to kind of read it how it's written. But it says, Tyler walked away from an early preview feeling unimpressed. EA had also seen Rocket Arena, a similarly quirky arena shooter, fumble. What hope did a 3v3 dodgeball game have? And yet, despite
chucker.
everything, it seems to have taken off. Now, it probably helps that Knockout City is free to play for its first 10 days, making a dip into superpowered dodgeball an easier ask. The game also launched
chucker.
with full crossplay in an effort to make sure the game has the best shot possible in sustaining a player base, which is freaking huge, James. This is why Fall Guys fell off, in my opinion, because the $20 paywall, and it was only launched for free on PlayStation, like all this stuff. Now this was free to play everywhere, and you could play with everybody everywhere.
Right, but only for the first 10 days, correct?
Yeah, but I think they're gonna have a lot of people do the upgrade, retain. I think it will, especially they're giving so much stuff, cosmetic stuff. Like it's a huge bundle you get for $20, like a massive offering.
Okay.
Whereas like one skin in Call of Duty is $20, or one skin in Valorant's like a $70 for like a gun. You know what I mean? Like $20 isn't too bad of an ask. It also seems Knockout City simply turned out to be a fun, accessible, and surprisingly compact competitive shooter. I don't know if it's really a shooter, but our Morgan's been playing it all week. Yeah, it's a ball chucker, excuse me. Yeah. And reckons it could be the freshest multiplayer game of the year. I'm impressed how harmoniously Knockout City's mechanics gel together. Even when I'm ganged up on a 1v3, I have the opportunity to either dodge or catch every ball sent my way. The basic rules of dodgeball naturally create some comeback scenarios while I'm repeatedly catching, throwing until I'm the last one standing. It's downright intoxicating, ball chucker. I'll pay to see how much this audience... It'll pay to see how much the audience retains when it pulls up to a $20 price tag at the end of the month. But the game's first season starting today, bringing with it a new map playlist and ranked league play, which I got absolutely dominated in, Knockout City doesn't look to be dodging away anytime soon.
Nice pun.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. I want to play this
I'm
with
impressed.
You, James.
Do you play it on PS5 or PC?
Yeah, I played on PS5. It runs great. It's beautiful.
Really?
It just feels great.
I mean, that sweet DualSense integration.
It's not bad, but it's not the best. It's not the best integration I've seen.
Fair enough.
James, this is like, there's a couple things in video games that just feel so satisfying to me, okay? At the top of the list, we have sniping in Battlefield. It's always felt so good to me, okay?
Every time.
Knockout City is on the list. It's on the list.
Wow.
When you hit someone with the ball and you get that like bounce sound and then the ding, like ding when somebody goes out and their body just flies away. Oh my God. James, maybe the most intense moment I've had in video games in the last couple months is the 1v1 situations where you're catching and throwing perfect and the ball's getting faster and faster between you guys, just back and forth.
Wow.
And then you just, you know what? Instead of throwing a straight ball, you just throw a curveball after like the third back and forth, and they have no idea it's coming. But ding, and they just fly away. It's just the best, dude. It's so good. Oh my God.
How long has this game been out?
This game has been out like a week so far, maybe a little less than a week.
Okay, so do you know how much time is left on that 10 free days?
3 more after today. 3 more days, I
Three
believe.
more after
Yeah.
today.
Yeah,
So it will
yesterday was.
go until Saturday,
And
Sunday.
they'll probably round out the weekend. Actually, there's a Knockout City stream happening as we're going, which they're announcing more on that. So I'm sure after the stream I'll have more information. But it's also like it's 8 gigs or something like that. It's tiny. So if you download it, let me know because I gotta get out of Bronze 1, bro. I'm embarrassed.
I'll give it a download for sure.
Hell yeah. All right.
Now to continue on to my game.
That's right.
My game. Overwatch 2 is changing to a 5v5 game. Big changes are coming for Overwatch 2, starting with a substantial alteration to the hero shooter's player versus player mode. For Overwatch 2, Blizzard will switch PvP from 2 teams of 6, the current player count in Overwatch, to 2 teams of 5. That's right, the game that's been a 6v6 battle for the past 5 years will change to 5v5. Overwatch game director Aaron Keller announced the change during a live stream on Thursday. Keller said that the new team composition for Overwatch 2 will consist of 2 damage heroes, 2 support heroes, and 1 tank. Keller explained that, quote, tanks can be problematic and noisy, end quote, and that Blizzard has, quote, always tried to make our combat easy to read and very understandable, and sometimes it's just hard to track what 11 other players are doing on the battlefield. Removing 2 of those simplifies everything, and it allows players to understand everything that's happening around them and make better choices because of it, end quote. Keller noted that Overwatch PvP has changed drastically over the years, going from no limits hero selection to limiting players to just 1 instance of a hero per team to instituting role queue. Blizzard has also tested multiple team compositions and sizes like 4v4 and 7v7, and that they hope 5v5 will make Overwatch 2 easier to understand for players and viewers. The change from 6v6 to 5v5 will mean big changes for tank characters, Keller noted, making them more aggressive and, quote, more hybridy on the damage side, end quote. And this is a welcome addition for myself.
Ooh.
Even the game's maps are evolving to adapt to the single tank per team change. Blizzard is giving players more cover objects on the battlefield, developers said. The new 5v5 team sizes will extend to Overwatch 2's competitive, quick play, and new push PvP modes based on gameplay shown on new maps set in New York and Toronto. Overwatch 2 does not yet have a release date, but Activision Blizzard has said not to expect the game in 2021.
Yep.
Wow. I read this for the first time.
Okay.
Just
What are you
right
feeling?
now.
These are your live reactions, people. This is it.
My live reactions. At first, I was a little nervous. I
Sure.
was like, interesting, because what I was worried about is that there will be more, rigidity in the sort of metas, so you can
Okay.
kind of always expect the same sort of things. And I
Same
thought,
5-player.
right, but with taking out 2 of those variables because that's 1 per team,
Hmm.
um, I was a little like, well, that means there's less options to anticipate in terms of gameplay. It almost to a certain extent, I was worried that it would change the rock paper scissors dynamic to just rock paper.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a accurate analogy, but it just felt like it was losing something. But their vision looks like it's to simplify the gameplay loop a little bit to be more accessible. But what I'm worried about is it's going to make the game easier to master and easier to pick up rather than something that is
Really?
easy to pick
Okay.
up and hard to master.
So
Um,
let me ask you. It said that we're going 2 damage heroes, 2 support heroes, and 1 tank. I feel like it's more fun to master like, oh, well, we're gonna do 4 support and 1 damage and stuff like that. Like that's the experimentation that's fun for me in Overwatch 2. Same with Valorant and stuff like that, where you want to like try to chain powers together. Like, oh, what's abilities are gonna be good with what abilities? How can we like make this work against our opposite team
right.
and stuff? Does this take away that for you, or is this like just, or like how does that work for you
Well, I don't if correct me if I'm wrong, Ben, but I don't think you can do that anymore. I think it's
in
pretty
Overwatch?
in Overwatch. I think you just have to change because of the role queue. You
Yeah.
have to be like, okay, so we're gonna have 2 tanks, 2
Mm-hmm.
damage, and 2 support.
Yeah. That's
But
true.
and so I liked the variation. You can have damage tanks You know, because there are more hybridy tanks in Overwatch. Like Reinhardt is like tank.
Yeah, right.
But if you go someone like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I forgot what his name is. The dude who has the gravity balls.
Mm.
You,
Sigma.
Sigma.
Yeah,
Ligma.
yeah, that
Um,
one.
Sigma is definitely more on the damage side of
Hmm.
the tank spectrum, or Zarya's like that as well.
Yep.
And so I like the variation in that, but if they accommodate this by adding more hybridy tanks that balance out that tank roll, damage roll a
Hmm.
little better, I can see that going well, but I think it's just going to have to be balanced and giving tanks equal capabilities
Yeah,
for rather on the tanky or um, balance between tanky and
sure.
damage. But of course, that'll change depending on the
And
characters. I expect some to be a little more tanky and less on the damage side. But as I just hope it makes sense.
I mean, I like this. Blizzard's not just thinking about like taking the tanks down and like changing them. They're also changing the maps to better fit that style. So it's not like
Right.
we're just changing the characters and then placing them in the same maps or whatever. They're kind of doing some adjustments there too. Which that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. I'm
Mm,
sure there will be a lot of backlash and like, oh, this map's not the same anymore because you did this and this. There's always going to be that, but they're thinking about it. They're trying.
mhm.
We'll see how it goes.
I mean,
I'm
I trust
excited.
Blizzard.
Yeah, I'm excited for Overwatch 2, man.
Yeah,
We'll get
Blizzard's a big boy studio. They know what they're doing.
exactly. They got a lot of money coming through.
They got a lot of money.
Uh, so I wrote a little article out about Sonic the Hedgehog collection, a little leak, little rumor action with a little screenshot and stuff like that. But as of 45 minutes ago, this is completely debunked. So I'm gonna go over the
Cool.
Sonic event that happened about 45 minutes ago, and it was really anticlimactic, if anything. I was kind of what I was expecting, I guess. But um, I was watching someone else react to it, so I have my notes based on how kind of they were feeling because I'm not a huge Sonic fan. Like I like Sonic, but I haven't like played it for my whole. I guess the last time I played Sonic was probably like PS2. I picked up a Sonic game, you know.
Mhm.
So here we go. This is what we got. Sonic is going to be in Lost Judgment as an arcade game. The Sega game, the Yakuza spin-off Judgment, it'll be in the new one for some reason. I don't know. It's just like an arcade game in there. I didn't get it. Sonic is also going to be a doctor in a doctor simulator game. Basically, the first 10 minutes of this game were like, here are the other intellectual properties that we're just going to throw Sonic into.
Got it.
So that was that.
Uh huh.
Uh, I, I'm sorry I just blanked because my doorbell just went off, and I hope someone will get it because I'm not gonna get it right now. Okay, we're getting a Sonic Colors port or remaster. We're not really sure which one it is, but
Okay.
it's happening. Sonic Colors is coming back in some sort of way. I'm not really sure. Also, there's a Sonic Originals pack coming to new
Wait, isn't
consoles.
that Sonic Colors Ultimate?
It just said Sonic Colors, so maybe
No,
Ultimate.
there's a Sonic Colors Ultimate announcement trailer.
Oh, then I guess it's Ultimate.
It's a 4K on PlayStation, Xbox, enhanced visuals, refined controls, and more gameplay
Okay,
upgrades.
so remaster
Yeah,
or
remaster.
what? I guess
It's a
it's
remaster.
yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah,
Mhm.
Sonic Colors Ultimate, Sonic Originals pack coming to new consoles, which is just 3 of the original games. They're ported. This is no like visual upgrade or anything, and they're selling that. So they're I don't know if you're into that. And then there was just 5 minutes of random bullshit, 5 minutes of interview random bullshit that didn't matter or anything. And then we built the whole conference built to these 3 single shots of a CG trailer with Sonic running through the forest extremely dramatically. We only saw his feet. He does this in the trees and then it just fades
Mhm.
into this like cryptic writing that nobody knows what it reads and then it says 2022 and it was about 5 seconds and then the conference abruptly ended with just like that. The live stream just cut. Done.
Mm.
So, new Sonic game 2022. That's it. That's literally it. That was the whole thing. I have no other comments.
Sonic Originals or Sonic Colors Ultimate announced coming September 7th.
Cool.
And
So,
that's
for the
Sonic
end of the
games
year.
are coming to PlayStation now. Sonic Forces, Sonic Team Racing, and
Yep.
Sonic Mania.
And Luna. Don't forget, it's coming to Amazon Luna.
Oh,
That was a
interesting.
big logo on there. A huge logo. So, I don't know if there's some sort of deal or partnership there.
Following this is a meme of the Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler holding it's the Furby, but instead of the Furby, it's just a Sonic head.
Because they announced chains. They announced
That's
that they're
right.
selling golden, not golden, but like bling Sonic characters.
Mhm.
It's a whole thing.
It's Knuckles, Tails, Sonic, and Shadow.
It's a thing of beauty,
uh,
to say the least.
I have no interest in this whatsoever. I used to be a big
Okay.
Sonic kid.
Mhm.
I had a lot of them. I still have Sonic Heroes for the GameCube,
Sure.
and I played the absolute shit out of that.
Nice.
Had Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
Mhm.
Um, and other than that, never looked back since a lot of those early like
Yeah.
Wii and
Mhm.
PlayStation 2 and GameCube era Sonic games.
I guess I played a lot of Sonic on Wii then.
Hmm.
Mario vs Sonic Olympics? Are you kidding me?
Absolutely.
Oh my god. What else?
Winter Olympics. There's Shadow the
Absolutely.
Hedgehog where he had a freaking gun.
Oh, also, this trailer, like this whole event, said rated E to M. Like, is there an M-rated Sonic game? Does that exist? Like, I don't know. I'd imagine there could be a T-rated Shadow game on like the
I think
DS or
it
something.
was.
But what could be
I've
M?
seen it. Sonic the Hedgehog was rated T. I
Let's
mean,
see.
sorry, not Sonic. Shadow the Hedgehog was rated T.
M-rated Sonic. Sonic.
I'm doing my research on Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow the
There's none.
Hedgehog.
There's no M-rated
Oh, I
Sonic. I
guess
don't know.
so. Shadow the Hedgehog was not rated T. It was rated E10,
Yeah,
but it was
that's fair.
originally going to be rated T because it contains red blood, violent scenes, and instances of cursing.
Wow. Really edgy. Really edgy for
Edgy.
Sonic.
Yeah.
All right, James, give me the
Yeah.
next one.
All right. So this week, yesterday, we had Dragon Quest 35th anniversary. If any of you ever played a Dragon Quest game,
Negative Ghost Rider.
I
Actually,
haven't
that's a
either.
lie. Maybe on the DS.
I've never played a Dragon Quest game.
I'll look right now. Keep reading.
Okay. So we just thought we'd round up everything that Square Enix announced in the Dragon Quest 35th anniversary event. The first of which, the biggest announcement, is the announcement of Dragon Quest 12, The Flames of Fate. This is the next big installment slated to change the franchise's
Hold
battle
up.
system. As we know, it's been traditionally a turn-based battle system, but who knows what it's going to look like now.
Um, I played Dragon Quest 9 on the DS.
Okay.
I
What
I
do you
don't remember
remember
much
about it?
about it. No,
Okay.
I just remember picking it up at a GameStop. Probably not. I don't know. I wasn't a big turn-based combat guy as a kid. I was just very like, you know what I mean? Like my attention was like all over the place, and so like Pokemon was the best turn-based you could possibly get. But like
Sure.
beyond that, it was like a struggle. I was like, where can I play Call of Duty on my DS because I need instant gratification. Okay. I was just not very smart as a kid, okay? That was just it. It took me a long time to grow up. I'm still not smart now. It's just it is what it is. But oh, also they were on Dragon Quest 9 in 2009. So,
That's kind of sick.
what are we on? You said 15, The Flames of
12.
Fate.
12. 12, 12, 12.
They've only come out with 3 in the last 11 years. 12
Yeah,
years.
apparently.
Dude, Flames of Fate is definitely the badass sequel title I didn't know I needed. I
Doesn't
didn't
it
know I
sound,
needed.
does it sound so cool?
Sounds really cool.
This might be the one for me. Anyway, another one they announced. So we didn't get anything else on that. We just got a title card that
Hmm.
looked badass.
Sure.
Uh, aside from that, nothing. No other news, or we don't know who the protagonist is,
Yeah.
or anything like that. Okay. Next thing, Dragon Quest Treasures, a treasure hunting RPG starring characters from Dragon Quest 11, a remake of Dragon Quest 3 in a similar HD 2D visual style to Square Enix's Octopath Traveler, which looks really pretty
It's
if
gorge.
you haven't seen that.
Yeah.
The next major expansion to Dragon Quest X, the Japan-only MMO, Dragon Quest X Offline, a top-down version of 10 that doesn't require an internet connection, and Dragon Quest Keshi Keshi, a mobile puzzle game.
There you go.
Only Dragon Quest 2 and Treasures are confirmed for worldwide release. Or sorry, that might be Dragon Quest 3, and I just typoed it. Yeah, Dragon Quest 3 and Treasures are confirmed for worldwide releases. The rest, I think, will be exclusive to Japan.
Okay. Fair. Cool.
This piques my interest, kind of. I mean,
Cool.
Dragon Quest 12 kind of sounds cool.
Hmm.
I know a lot of people really, really love these games.
Yeah.
Huge cult following behind them.
Yeah.
Especially 11 with Hero. That's right. I
That's
forgot the protagonist's name is just Hero, and it changes the
right.
protagonist, but his name is always Hero.
Yeah.
I think, to
No,
my
it's
knowledge.
something like that. Because they have different. Yeah, yeah. But I don't really.
I only know that because of Smash.
There's one on Game Pass right now that I kind of want to check out.
Which one is it?
I don't know. I'd have to pull it up, but
Hmm.
too much internet. I'm already using too much internet doing the podcast, dog. I can't be.
Fair enough.
I can't be chugging.
Fair enough. All right, man.
Uh, all the news from Sony Investor Day. This comes from The Verge. I didn't even know that we had an Investor Day for Sony coming in, but the PlayStation 5 will become profitable in June, which is interesting because it hasn't been profitable at all yet. But we knew that. I thought it was going to take a lot longer for it to become profitable. Even though Sony has previously stated it was selling the PlayStation 5 at a loss, the PS5 will soon break even in June and become profitable the very same month, according to investors' presentation during its Investor Day. This is fast, especially considering that Sony hasn't even caught up to consumer demand amongst global chip shortage. I'm back on the PlayStation 5 hunt because my brother wants one, and that means I'm back looking. I'm looking for the drops everywhere.
I got a homie who wants one too.
It's kind of fun hunting for the drops. I'm enjoying the race. Okay.
Yeah.
This is for the standard PS5 with the disc drive, and it's not clear if the digital edition is more or less profitable. I don't know, because I don't know. Interesting. If the chip shortage is going to be the same on both of them, but you just add a disc drive on the
Yeah, but it costs more to produce the disc version.
Sure. Yeah, 100%. So I don't know. Presentation also revealed that the renowned PS exclusive Uncharted 4: A Thief's End migration to PC. So we are getting a PC port of Uncharted 4, which is exciting.
Yes, we are.
That opens the door to Naughty Dog to put Last of Us 1 and 2 on there too.
Mm-hmm.
They probably will eventually.
Yep.
I mean, Days Gone is on there, and people are loving Days Gone on PC. They saying it looks incredible.
And Horizon Zero Dawn's on there.
Death Stranding.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else. I think that's the big three right now.
That's it right now.
Steam just opened a PlayStation Studios store on their page. Like
cool.
a page on their Steam store.
Yeah.
This makes sense after the PC port of Horizon Zero Dawn made more than double the money that Sony invested in bringing it to gaming computers. That's sick. And God of War Ragnarok is confirmed to be the official title of the upcoming game. And that'll be 2022 still. That is not happening this year. I'll tell you that much.
Yep, it's not happening.
No shot, baby. Unless in 2 weeks we get a reveal trailer and it says 2021, I will not believe it. Even if even if there is a reveal trailer that says 2021 this summer at E3, I don't freaking believe it. It'll get delayed 100%.
You know what? I'm proud of Sony Santa Monica for sticking to their guns about not putting out any DLC or anything for it. They just did their New Game Plus, and their next gen update.
Did they just say that they weren't going to do any DLC? I mean, they don't need it.
I don't know, but they just didn't do it.
I didn't need it.
Like, I feel like they could have and just done like, oh, we're gonna do like a what was the Last of Us one?
Left Behind.
Yeah, they could have done that sort of thing, but they didn't.
Well, they're just like, we're just getting to work on the next game. Because I mean, they released Left Behind before Uncharted 4 came out, I guess, right? So I don't know. They were switching the game, but and I guess if you wanted more God of War, you just fight all the Valkyries. You do that whole thing. Like that's a whole experience in itself. It's too much for me.
I still need to do.
Yeah, I couldn't. I need to do a God of War replay.
I do too.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I get there.
Valve is making a Switch-like portable gaming PC. It's kind of a surprise, Finn.
Yeah, kind of weird.
You
it's a Valve-ass thing. That's a Valve-ass thing to do.
Yeah, you're right.
They're going to be like, oh, it launches with Half-Life 2 again. Here we go. You want to play Team Fortress 2? Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. But here it is, and you can play it.
Video game and hardware studio Valve has been secretly building a Switch, well, not so secret anymore, building a Switch-like portable PC designed to run a large number of games on the Steam PC platform via Linux, and it could launch supply chain willing by year's end. Multiple sources familiar with the matter have confirmed that the hardware has been in development for some time, and this week, Valve itself pointed to the device by slipping new hardware-related code into the latest version of Steam, the company's popular PC gaming storefront and ecosystem. Steam's code pointed to a new device named, quote, Steam Pal.
Steam Pal.
And what do you think?
I don't know.
Of the name specifically.
I don't know. I don't know what to think. Steam Pal? Sounds like steampunk.
I guess.
Like, not even really. It doesn't even sound like that at all. I don't really know. Steam Pal? Pal is almost like a demeaning word. It's like calling someone buddy. Okay, pal. Time to go. All right, pal. You got to get out of here. It's too late. The bar's closing. That's what I think of every single time.
Yep. Likely to have an Intel or AMD chip, and it's unclear whether or not it will have multiple models with different specs. At least one prototype is what?
Prototype?
Oh, I see. It's supposed to say wide. At least one prototype is wide compared to the Switch, as in it is wider in size.
Got
Uh,
it.
it's got a standard sort of controller design with buttons, triggers, pair of joysticks, and at least one thumb-sized touchpad in addition to the device's touch-sensitive screen. It's still in the prototype stage and will include the option to dock to larger monitors, and it's probably running Steam Proton. It's open source OS powered by Linux.
Why would they need a dock if it's a gaming computer? If you're buying this,
Well, it's like a Switch. It's handheld.
so it's the whole. I guess there's a market for this. Maybe. What do you think?
I mean, there's more of a market to this than the Steam machines that they tried to sell like
That's
years
true.
ago. I mean, the only people who really have done this are Nvidia Shield, and which is kind of Nvidia's kind of a mess right now with their
Yeah.
because I don't think they ever resolved a lot of their licensing issues with
I want to
with
get someone on the
their
show that
streaming
subscribes
service.
to it.
Yeah, I do too.
I want to just hear what they think. I want to hear why they subscribe. If you're listening to this and you subscribe to that, let us know. Send
Yeah,
a DM.
we have questions.
I have questions. I don't want to be mean. I just want to know. I'm curious.
But yeah, we just have that, and we have a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
But I should mention this though.
Yeah.
In addition to this, we also have the remote play that comes from Microsoft. I forgot what it's called.
The remote
But
play
you can
coming from Microsoft? Oh, cloud. It's just the
cloud. Fuck.
it's just Game Pass Ultimate gives you version of cloud something.
Right, and you just play
Damn
games
it.
on your phone and connect it to
There's a
an
word,
Xbox
James.
controller.
There's a word.
Yeah, there's a word for it.
Anyways, I don't know. Did we skip over the Nintendo thing, by the way? I think we did.
Yeah, we
It's-
totally did.
That's a good thing because this rolls right into it.
Great.
This rolls right into it because Nintendo plans an upgraded Switch replacement as soon as September. This comes from Bloomberg. People familiar with the matter said Nintendo company plans to begin assembly of its new Switch as soon as July and release the upgraded replacement in September or October, likely to be priced higher than the $300 original. Maybe announced ahead of E3 to allow publishers to showcase their full range of Switch games at the global event. People are saying it's going to be revealed today. Today.
Whoa! Whoa!
Who knows? Damn it, I lost my. Okay, here we go. The Switch maker's response to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X will be to upgrade its flagship console to a 7-inch Samsung display, OLED display, and faster NVIDIA graphics silicon, make it capable of 4K output when docked to a TV. This baby is gonna run hot. I'll take it that much, because my Switch gets hot playing other games. Imagine this baby output in 4K. That fan do be purring in there, okay? Suppliers are confident they can fulfill Nintendo's orders despite the ongoing chip shortages. I call cap. Its production lines are better prepared for the potential component shakeup, and the parts Nintendo are using are subject to less competition than those in its rivals' more powerful consoles. However, Nintendo's ability to meet demand won't be guaranteed, as shortage display drivers and Bluetooth chips are also hindered have also hindered Switch production. The Switch has been in a shortage. We literally talked about months ago. There were people who were trying to buy a Switch in quarantine, and since everybody was home, everybody wanted to Switch. No shot you were going to Switch. Good luck. You were paying scalp prices, and that was 3 years after it came out. You joking my ass? These are definitely going to have a shortage. Are you kidding me? You think they're going to launch Breath of the Wild 2 with this too? You thought. I'll be there day one. Not getting this. I'll be getting Breath of the Wild 2 for my other Switch if it runs. Hopefully. God, we'll see.
The current Switch screen is 6.2 inches, so that'll be almost an entire inch of screen real estate being added on.
0.8 extra, baby.
Yep.
If you really want to flex.
Do you think it will use the current Joy-Cons?
Great question. I think it will be compatible with the current Joy-Cons, but I think there will be an upgraded Joy-Cons that also work. There will be there maybe be a little sturdier, a little bit different placement, but I think it'll be the same exact controls.
You think it'll be still called the Switch or Switch Subtitle or Switch 2?
Switch Pro.
Switch Pro.
Yeah.
All right.
Switch Ult. No, Switch
Will
Ultimate.
you buy one?
No. I don't play my Switch enough. And I like my Switch, but I don't play it enough to upgrade. And I love playing indie games on my PlayStation for trophies. I mean, it's the trophies are great.
I'm thinking about it because I'm a 4K snob now.
Yeah. But that's the thing though. If I'm playing a 4K game, I'm playing on my PlayStation. If I'm playing a handheld little game, love playing it on the Switch. So I barely ever dock my Switch in to play it on something. Unless it's I don't know, Pokemon or Breath of the Wild, but God, I'm really having a Pokemon itch right now, by the way. I might have to pop back in Sword after this. We'll see. Hit me with the next one.
Metro Exodus now has PC support for the PS5's DualSense controller haptics. This is big, Ben.
Let's go.
This is big. You can now use your PS5 DualSense controller on PC much more fully than you used to, thanks to developers on Metro Exodus over at 4A Games. The PS5 controller has worked on Steam for more than a few months now, but making the haptics work hasn't been at the top of many developers' lists. The number of PC games with a haptic controller hooked up is probably still quite low, but after a recent hotfix, the haptics are on for Metro players with full feedback and adaptive triggers of the DualSense on display. It's not clear if Metro Exodus is the first PC game to get the PS5 controller's haptics up and running, but it's certainly the first high-profile game to do so. Vin, this excites me.
Yep.
Because I love the haptics in the DualSense, and I feel I could not go without them if I were to use it for PC. Well, I hope this creates a trend.
I think also I'm trying to look right now. Metro Exodus. Oh no! I only have Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light. Exodus is the only one with the upgrade. 2033 and Last Light were free on Epic Game Store. But dang, okay, because I really wanted to try it out.
I really want to play Metro Exodus. This has been at the back of my log. I've heard it so depressing, but I heard it's so good. It was kind of the ones that flew a little bit under the radar. It got good reception, but just no one really picked it up because they didn't think it was their thing.
I feel that's all the Metro games for me. I feel like they've all kind of flown under the radar. Whereas people like them. They have a good fan base.
People really like them. Great fan base.
So, that's interesting. But really what this excites me for is this is available. If people this is the hard part for me though. We already have games that launch on all these different consoles. The last thing a developer is that on their importance list is to make DualSense support right now for their haptics. You know what I mean? It's cool if a developer does that. It's even harder. Developers aren't going to want to go back and do that. They're going to want to patch their game, not go back and try to make this happen. But if Metro Exodus gets really good publicity for this and stuff like that, or maybe there's chatter about it, maybe we'll see more studios doing that. But honestly, these devs need to start making use of this haptic feedback all around. It's great. It is great.
It's so good.
So,
you know what, Vin? I've been thinking about this lately, and I'm just glad that DualSense is not the fad that we kind of were speculating worried it was gonna be.
It had all these features that nobody was gonna use. Yeah, I don't know if it's quite hit the peak of what I want it to be yet. We're still early on. We're only 6 months into the console generation. Okay, we got some more games coming out. I hear Returnal is incredible with the feedback, but I haven't played that yet. There's other games too. I don't know.
Peak was really Astrobot for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, so good.
It was so good.
So good. Okay, Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3 was ready to allow full crossplay, but PlayStation support has been pulled. WTF. This comes from IGN. Borderlands 3 prepared an update that enables full crossplay across all platforms, but Gearbox has told to remove this crossplay support for PS4 and PS5. Sony, what the hell? We've been talking about this for years with different games. What are you doing? A tweet from Randy Pitchford reads, good news or bad news first? Good news, an update for Borderlands 3 has been prepared for release that includes full crossplay support across all platforms. Bad news, For certification, we have been required by the publisher to remove crossplay support for PlayStation consoles. Stupid. Not clear whether this is 2K's decision or Sony's. 100% Sony's. You joke my ass. But given Sony's history with Fortnite, it would make it look like Sony's behind the decision. Maybe it's a certification issue. No shot. This is Sony saying, why? This is Sony saying, we want people to play on our platform and not with other people. I don't understand it.
If we can't have them, no one can.
Exactly. They're really sticking to their guns with this. It's stupid.
I hate it.
And you know what? Knockout City doesn't have this problem. Crossplay everywhere. Because they have their own. This is the difference. The games that can host their own username platform, like such as Call of Duty's full crossplay right now, right? Or actually, I think multiplayer and Warzone are. You have an Activision ID that is tied to it. Destiny,
though?
Not yet, because it's not out. The crossplay's not out yet.
It's in beta though.
Right, but you can have a Bungie account that's tied to something, and then it matchmakes within the Bungie account and then plays.
You're right.
I don't know. Does Borderlands have that? Does Borderlands have that kind of thing? Or are they just going to be like...
No. I mean, you could do... Oh, you know what? They did.
Okay.
They absolutely did. I remember having to sign with my Gearbox account in Borderlands 2.
I guess Sony's just block... I don't know why Sony would block it. It's stupid. And this game's been out.
Cockblocks.
Yep. They're dono walling everybody.
Mm-hmm.
They're really dono walling. I would like some sort of explanation about this. Like, maybe they have a good reason, but I haven't heard it yet. And they kind of been ignoring it for a lot of years. Like, I might be a Sony pony, but they're really messing up on.
This sucks.
This sucks big time. I don't even play Borderlands 3 and this sucks. Because it just means we're not headed in a good direction. Still.
Yep. They're going to get punished big time if they keep going like this. Players not going to like it.
Exactly. We have one more news story that's not really a news story. It's just a headline, and it's not really random fun stuff because I want to talk about this a little bit. Okay. But 73% of Resident Evil Village and 72% of Mass Effect Legendary Edition sales have been on PlayStation. That is huge. There's no shot that right now that these games outsold like PC. It outsold PC on PlayStation. Like, that's crazy to me. Why? Why do you think that? I
just think most people
I truly don't know.
I just think that most people who have and want these, I mean, the next generation of games are going to be on PlayStation 5. I mean, look at the sales numbers.
But Village and, like, these are PS4 games, mostly, right? They have to be.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I feel like most of the people who own PS4s really want to migrate to PS5. I mean, but that doesn't say that there's more people that own PS5s than PS4s, because I know that's for sure not true.
Sure. Oh. Whoa.
What? What's up?
I'm reading right now. I clicked the link. This article from Games Industry Biz has been taken down. Is this false? Did they... Hold on. I'm trying to read. I don't want to give false information here on the podcast. We got to make sure it's legit.
Never. Yeah. Yeah, it's been reviews by modders for a variety of reasons, including giving community
this is
UK
UK
physical only, misleading title.
Wow. UK,
we got baited.
I'm sorry, that's my fault. I fell for it and put it in. I was like, there's no way this is true. So Resident Evil has reclaimed the top blah 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 blah. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, cool. I guess that's still big.
Nothing to talk about.
I guess that's still big that only 20% is buying it on Xbox, 70% is buying it on PlayStation, but that does not include PC, and it's only physical. So that's a tiny slice. Sorry, everybody.
And you don't buy physical copies for PC.
Right. That's why it's not. Yeah, it wouldn't be on PC. It's just the Xbox and PlayStation dealio. But that brings us into random fun stuff. I apologize for the misheadline.
Wait, this isn't like a story, but
yeah,
Epic Games has updated their website to include a bunch of Unreal Engine 5 stuff.
Oh, yes.
And it's pretty insane.
I watched part of the demo.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's the same. Remember when we watched the first Unreal Engine?
I do remember that.
It's the same character. It's the same character, and she's taking down this giant iron goblin beast thing, and it falls down. It's kind of short. It's just like a little kind of fight, kind of just movement kind of thing. It falls to its knees, like bends over, and just like dust goes everywhere, and there's like a huge whoosh, and you see like her clothing like you know, it's like a rush of air. It was pretty cool. I don't really know what they were demoing in the whole thing. Oh, actually, no. They showed light, so they can assign light to objects now and then move that around the room instead of assigning light off screen and then making it react with objects. You can assign light to an
Right.
actual
And
object.
a big thing with the lighting in this engine is you don't have to. I think it's called mapping the light rays.
Sure.
Could be wrong.
Right.
But basically, you don't have to manually like say, "Oh, this light is going to come in from this direction, and it's going to bounce off of this thing and go in this direction."
Yeah.
It's just you just place the source, and it acts
You
as a
saw the
light
circle,
source as
right?
it should. Yeah.
It like diffused the light in kind of like circle-ish patterns around the room. It was cool. It
Mhm.
was really cool.
Yeah.
So,
I'm super excited for Unreal Engine 5. They
oh
have
yeah.
like some signups for beta um,
Yep. And
access to those in games
dude,
development, which is not me.
Metahumans, the full thing comes out pretty soon. I
Who's
can't wait to play
Metahumans?
around with it more. It's their
Oh, that's the
AI.
facial
Yeah.
AI
Oh my
generator.
god.
Mhm.
It's cool.
It's
Super
really
cool.
cool. Excited to see what comes out of Unreal Engine 5 because it literally looks insane.
Yeah. Yep. This is it. Random fun stuff.
Stories without a story, baby.
Can I start us off?
Yes, you can.
There's a new Peppa Pig game announced. I was dared on
Epic.
stream to get the platinum trophy, and I think I have to do it now. I think I'm like contractually bind to play this game all the way.
Mhm.
So it's happening. I'm playing it. You're up.
PlayStation Plus offers Star Wars Squad. Literally in the middle of. PlayStation Plus offers Star Wars Squadrons, Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, and Operation Tango for June.
Operation Tango looks super sick. It's a co-op spy game, and it looks like pretty fun.
It looks like a pretty fun game that I'll never play.
I'll add it. Injustice: Gods Among Us joins Xbox games with gold for June.
Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl will come out on November 19th.
Pokemon Legends, say this for me, James. I can't say it. Arceus will be released on January 28th, 2022.
Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase is slated for June 13th at 10 a.m. Pacific time.
And tomorrow we get oh my god, Far Cry 6. Sorry, that's literally the next one. I'm stupid. That's fine. There's a Far Cry 6 gameplay tomorrow morning.
Yep, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time.
I think we're actually, at least Ryder is for sure, but we might try to do it on Strictly Casual on stream and upload a video, so we'll see.
Cool. Ben, are you next or am I next?
BlizzCon, I don't even know. BlizzCon 2021 has been canceled with a global event set for early 2022.
All right. Does that surprise you, Ben?
No, no shot. Everything's getting canceled. All in-person events are canceled.
Yes, sir.
RIP.
Among Us is available for free on Epic Game Store.
Bet. Beautiful. You'll love to see it.
Yep.
That is going to do it for episode 66, guys. That's a wrap. That was a solid 57 minutes, right? That's perfect time. Perfect time. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you're in Twitch chat, we'll be right back so we can chat with y'all right after the show's over. If you're on YouTube, make sure to hit that like, baby. Hit that subscribe. Leave a comment. Whatever you're feeling, it would help us out a lot. If you're listening on audio platforms, if you can give us a 5-star review, that would be so incredible. It would help us a lot. We appreciate you guys watching. James, again, I'm just really happy you're back, man. I'm just really, really happy you're back.
Be back.
Feels good. Feels good.
Feels
all right,
good.
Chat, we will be back right after the outro plays. We'll see you guys next week.